What separates a good laptop from an excellent one? Is it ultra portability? Is it having any ports that you can possibly want? Is it a 16 by 10 display? Is it a DVD drive? Or maybe it's a laptop that thinks differently. This. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's better. This is a really special laptop. It is the Lenovo ThinkPad X300. And despite ThinkPad's reputation for being thick and heavy laptops, this laptop here is lighter than the original MacBook Air. And unlike the MacBook Air, it has two USB ports, mic and headphone jack separate, another USB port, gigabit Ethernet, VGA display out, and an entire DVD drive. Wait, hold on. The laptop has to be on for that. And you can hear the drive spinning up now. And as always with ThinkPads, they did not even. This is just a regular ThinkPad keyboard from the era. I'm pretty sure you can swap this out with like T61s and X61s. I'm not entirely sure, but the switches are exactly the same as any laptop from this era. And there's dedicated volume switches, Think Vantage button, and auto indicator lights for everything. And yeah, as you can see here, I already have Linux installed. Let me just type my password in. Here we go, and we are in. Let's just show what this computer can do real quick. So obviously, right, you can play music. I have an AC/DC disc in there right now, and I can open Strawberry. That's my music player. So right now it's reading the drive, and just like that, right, everything can work now. I click it, and it's loading. So I gotta talk over this now, so I maybe don't get striked. I probably still will anyways, but whatever. The speakers really aren't that bad for how old this laptop is, and for, ThinkPad's reputation for having like always the worst speakers on any laptops. But yeah, like I can even play like DVDs. I can watch like movies on here if I wanted to. I don't think it supports Blu-rays. I haven't tried, but either way, I'm not that big on movies anyways. But if I want to browse the internet, I got Firefox, and do I have Helium? I do not. Let me. Okay, well I guess I'm doing this a little bit out of order. I want to get a browser that's not like built into CachyOS. So oh yeah, I'm using Cache. Okay, hold on. There's a bunch of things, right? I'm using CachyOS with the i3 desktop manager, and because Cachy is based on Arch, I have access to like a bunch of repos, so I can basically type anything in. Like I prefer using the Helium browser. It's basically Chromium. It's like de-googled Chromium, but with a bunch of the features of Firefox, right? Like I can use full uBlock instead of having to use uBlock Lite. Just little stuff like that. Alright, now I should have Helium. Yep, there we go. So let's do something a little bit lighter. Let's go to Wikipedia. You can see when I'm typing, it's kind of lagging already. Oh, it is. Okay, it redirects myself. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're on Wikipedia now. And as you can see here, if I type really fast, it sometimes lags. It's actually fine now, but let's go to like let's go to the Lenovo page. You can see like just on like text-heavy websites, this laptop still works just fine with bare. I haven't opened this thing either. It's running on I assume the original thermal paste from back in 2008. And yeah, like I mean everything just kind of works. You can like click on hyperlinks. It's a little bit slow, right? Especially like loading images. Okay, but that was pretty fast actually. Um, yeah, of course the track point here, it works just fine. The trackpad, I would probably just never use it. It's even worse than on my X200. And the X200's trackpad is probably the worst part about the laptop. But I mean, that laptop is from 2012. This laptop's from 2008, so it's even older than that. Enough about Wikipedia. Let's try something heavier, like YouTube.com. And let's try to search for one of my videos. Okay, yeah, the search is like typing is way slower on YouTube than it was on Wikipedia. And I mean, I would say just scrolling on the website, it's definitely laggy, but if I had to use a computer and I had to watch YouTube or something, I think so far it's fine, but let's just click into a video and see how it is. So let's turn on stats for nerds. And I mean, you don't even need the stats. You can just tell this is running at like a good like 8 FPS, 10. But we're on HD right now. Let's drop down to 360p. See how this is. That's still really not usable. It's kind of weird because sometimes I had this laptop for a while and sometimes I watch YouTube videos on it and it's like mostly fine. And then other times it's like this. I'm really not sure what is going on. Um, but either way, I only have 4 gigabytes of RAM. As you guys can see here, I only have a total of 3.7 gigabytes of RAM. So I have a 4 gigabyte stick in here. And I have something that can maybe fix that. This is another 4 gigabyte stick. So before we do anything else, let's open this laptop up and try to upgrade it a little bit and maybe, clean the thermal paste. And oh yeah, I didn't even mention this earlier. I had so much things I want to talk about. The battery is, as far as I can tell, it's original. I didn't even think the battery worked. When I bought the laptop, the seller didn't mention anything about a working battery. So this is incredibly surprising. This battery is what 18 years old now, and it is still holding a charge. It's holding a charge for like days. Uh, but yeah, I mean, with most laptops of this time, you know, the RAM and I think the Wi-Fi card is underneath here too. It is incredibly easy to get access to. Yep, here we go. Oh, we actually have two gigabyte sticks. Oh, that's actually bad for me. I thought it would have been one 4 gigabyte. Yeah, here's a 2 gigabyte stick. I think these are actually different sticks. So somebody already came in here and upgraded everything. Because yeah, one is SK Hynix 2 gigabyte and the other is a Samsung 2 gigabyte. The stick I have, I think it's Samsung. Actually, it's a Dell OEM thing, but yeah, it's a Samsung stick. And 2 rank X8. Both of them are 2 rank X8. I don't actually know the speed of these. Oh no, it says it's or this one is 666 megahertz. The one I have, I don't think it says. Either way, I guess. Okay, we are only gonna have 6 GB instead of 8. Honestly, I think that should be fine. But yeah, let's go deeper. Wait, this doesn't fit. Wait, is this not DDR2? Wait, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't get. This is DDR3. Where? Hold on. What? Oh well. Okay, so the RAM I bought actually is in the same version as the one I should have had. Oh well. I don't actually think it's gonna matter then, because I'm not even running out of RAM. I thought it was like a single channel RAM in here, so I thought maybe like adding a different stick would help the performance. But it's already in dual channel mode, so I don't even think that's gonna matter that much. And these screws are weird. They're like yeah, okay. Yeah, these screws are it's like a flathead and a Phillips, but the Phillips is like really small. I think I'm gonna use a flathead to take these out. I'm not sure if they're captive, so oh, that's too small. Okay, this one should work. Yeah. I'm not sure if they're captive, but if I remember correctly, the X2, yeah, they're not. This era of ThinkPads didn't have captive screws yet. Oh yeah, I also should mention this too. This laptop uses a format called micro SATA, which came before the current mSATA format. So it's actually, I'll show a picture on screen, but it is basically impossible to get a hold of the actual card that's supposed to go in here. And that was just one of the compromises that had to be made to make a device that is this thin. So this is the mSATA to mSATA adapter, or I think micro, or no, this is, I think it's called mini, the full name. So mini SATA to micro SATA. It's just kind of confusing. And same for the DVD drive. The DVD drive and the SSD that used to go in here were so expensive back then that it basically is proprietary, because no other laptop no other laptop would use something so expensive. I don't think I set the price of this laptop yet. From what I can tell, back in the day, this laptop sold for nearly $3,000. Back like in 2008 money. So that's probably, if I had to guess, that's probably close to like 5,000 nowadays. I'll put a number on screen. So this is definitely not a cheap laptop, which, that's probably why, that's how Lenovo was able to get the, thickness of this laptop down so much. Alright, let's see if the keyboard can pop out now. Alright, yes, you can. Cool. And the connector. Oh. Cool. Okay, well, I just watched a tutorial and it did not tell me how to take apart the palm rest. It feels loose though. I feel like I can just pull it out, but again, I don't want to damage it. It's a pretty rare laptop. I think there's one visible screw here. I didn't think it mattered, but let's try taking that out and see what happens. Oh, maybe that was actually it. Okay, so take apart every single screw. That's good to know when taking apart stuff. Okay, now the right side is kind of stuck. Maybe there's a screw hidden under this sticker? There is. I don't know if you can... Okay, yeah, you guys can see that. Alright, there we go. There's... Okay. That is really annoying that Lenovo did that. But... Yeah. Okay, so... This laptop is significantly more complicated in terms of just the teardown and just also in terms of design. This entire mid-frame is like, it's really cool. It's magnesium, like all of it. Okay, but the shell of the X220 is all of magnesium. I'm pretty sure on this laptop it's either like a carbon fiber composite or it's just plastic. Oh, actually, I just realized there is a unused port in here. I guess that's the modem port. I don't know what standard that is because it can't be M.2 because otherwise why do they use like this stupid like mSATA micro SATA storage? They could have just used M.2. So M.2 wasn't a thing back then, right? So what port is this? Is this like PCI? Oh my god, and like almost every screw is different from the motherboard. Alright, there is the cooling assembly though. We are almost there, and then I am never opening this device up ever again. Oh my god, what the fuck? Am I crazy? I don't see any... Oh, it just falls apart. Oh, good. Oh, the screw's down on the other side. Why did the Lenovo make this laptop like that? And look at how small this is compared to, you know, my X2. Hold on. These two... This is a spare cooler for my T480. It's the smaller variant. The T480 has two coolers. This is a smaller one for the T480. And the standard X220 cooler. And compare that to the X300. Yeah, I mean, just the fan itself, the diameter. It's not even close. And the fin stack is like half the size. Yeah, maybe that's why this laptop is so incredibly slow. But it has a thermal pad. I think, is that like the North Bridge? Because I think back then computers, Intel computers had it on a separate chip. Well, they still do up until recently, but they had it up on a different like pad on the motherboard. But yeah, I guess I gotta clean this out a little bit. I mean, look, the foam is like all disintegrated. This used to be foam here. Now it's like whatever that is. Let me actually wipe down the laptop itself. It's pretty dusty. I mean, it's not that bad for how old the laptop is, but you know, there's a bit of dust. And I don't think I can open the fan up anymore without destroying it, so I can't really clean the blade. Look at that, one wipe, the entire thing is gone. Yeah. I mean, it is 99% isopropyl alcohol, but still, like, a few wipes and then all the, whatever is remaining of the foam is just gone. Now, sometimes I really wonder, did the engineers at the time know that this foam is gonna turn like this? Same for like the, you know, the ThinkPad soft touch finish that, you know, turns to like oil and goop nowadays. This laptop is actually kind of fine. I'll talk more about it later. But yeah, it's just like, did the engineers know the materials they're using is complete bog water? Or like, do they not care? Or like, what's up with that? I don't like doing all of this over the screen. I think I'm gonna scratch it up. But I also just don't want to unplug all these random cables. I don't know where they go to. And some of the cables I don't even know how to take apart. Again, there's just so little information in this laptop on the internet. Maybe there's a guide I missed somewhere. Um, if there is a guide, I just wouldn't follow it. Just leave this laptop alone. It's slow. It's gonna be slow regardless of what you do. Yeah, since I'm already here, I have some PTM 7950, and I might as well use it. Right, that's not perfect coverage. Ideally, I would cut the pad a little bit bigger. You can see there's some silicon on the outside, but when the pad heats up, it should melt and then cover everything anyways. Okay, sorry about that. Turns out if I plug the power in, you can just gotta trust me on that. If I unplug it, look, the screen goes dimmer for some reason. There's probably some setting in Cache that I can change, but I'm not gonna worry about it for now. Anyways, but yeah, I mean the battery does work. It just the screen does that. I mean it looks fine in real life. It just gets a little bit dimmer. Also, I'm touching the microphone right now. Sorry if there's like any noise, but yeah, I'll just keep it plugged in. But oh yeah, helium, as far as I understand it, is just degoogled chromium, but like with a bit more features. Because like degoogled chromium doesn't even have a search engine by default. I'm pretty sure. So like you have to type in all the addresses like manually and whatever. But for some reason, right? I think maybe AdBlock has something to do with it. So I'll try removing it after I show you. Oh, I already have it turned off, right? But you can see how slow this video, like YouTube is. Actually, no, it's bad. You should probably translate into the video, but it's stuttering really badly. I don't even need to turn on stats for this. But yeah, let's try removing uBlock. You're not even supposed to have it on a Chromium browser. I don't know how Helium was able to do it. How do I remove... Huh. I don't think I can even uninstall uBlock. Because again, it's not... I can't go to the Chrome store. uBlock comes with Helium. That's one of the like bonuses you get with Helium browser. But it's really slow. I have no idea why, but even if I open Firefox, which normally is way slower than Chromium, especially on these lower end computers, if it loads. Okay, I've set up both browsers now. This is Firefox, and this is just base Firefox, no like LibreWolf or anything like that. And this is Helium browser. So Chromium and Firefox, basically. And we'll have the same video put up. This is a laptop retrospective. He made a great series on this specific laptop. I'll link it down below. It's a lot of really cool information and history about what this laptop is. But yeah, I mean, on Firefox right now, I think we're at 360p. Yep, 360p. There's a couple dropped frames, but like 600 dropped out of like 1,000. That's like pretty watchable for me. Uh, and then let's go to. Alright, stop the video. Alright, and then go to Helium. This is Helium browser now. Alright. Yeah, we're at like 200 dropped out of 700. So, hold on. Yeah, out of 1,000 frames on Firefox, we dropped about like 60 frames, and on Helium browser, we dropped 400. That's interesting because most of the time, like on my main ThinkPad and on my desktop back here, I've ran this thing called a browser benchmark, and every time Firefox is slower, and I notice it being slower than Chromium. But here, I don't know if it's CachyOS or if it's I don't know. I mean, I have CachyOS on my desktop and it's just as slow, or Firefox is slower than Chromium. I guess okay, let's do some testing then. I mean, I thought this is gonna be just the outro of the video, but I guess there's still some runtime left. Yeah, just browser benchmark 3.1, and I'll run it on all three browsers and see what happens there. So on Firefox, we've got a score of 2.62, and let's try Chromium. Or let's yeah, I'm just gonna do Chromium. I'm not gonna do Helium. Apparently they perform up to the same anyways. Okay, well, so Chromium is actually slower on this computer. That is really interesting. We got a score of 1.99 instead of, I think the other one was 2.62. Huh. Okay. That is really weird. Maybe Firefox, I don't know, maybe it's because it's lighter weight. It's faster on slower computers. But I know for a fact, even on my T480, right, which is by no means a fast computer nowadays, Firefox is still slower than Chromium. Let's see if we can play some games, I guess. Yeah, this is a solid, like, it's not even a solid, oh, so I'm getting like ping lag and FPS lag. That's a great combo. I'm dead. Oh, that guy left me alone somehow. Um, so this isn't really playable at all. This is about the lightest game I can think of too. Like, I don't think I have any lighter games. So yeah, gaming's, I mean, that's to be expected, I guess. Gaming's completely out of the question. Can I run anything useful, at least on the browser? Like monkey type? I mean, monkey type is just text, right? There's nothing else. I don't even think there's JavaScript. Uh, even then it's lagging. Okay. Okay, I mean, monkey type runs. Something works, I guess. Um, but yeah, as I said before, I'm using this laptop mostly as a media or like a CD player at this point. So I don't really care about the browser, but I guess I can practice typing on here if I need to for some reason. But as far as this video goes, I'm pretty sure that's all I have. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, yeah, laptop retrospective. If anyone wants to learn more about this laptop, way more in depth than what I have here, yeah, the link is in below. I'm not affiliated or anything. I just think it's a really cool video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So see ya.